Oftentimes, before I even start speaking, just by looking at me, you're going to pass a number of judgments on whether or not you should be listening. Whether or not what I'm going to say is worth listening to or not. We do this all the time in all kinds of communication. We look at the speaker before we think about the speech. In this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla is actually removing Himself as the speaker. He didn't mention Himself. He just said an example is about to be given. In other words, He's calling humanity to pay attention without a bias. Just for a moment, don't think about the fact that this is Quran, or this is Islam, or this is a message trying to preach to you. Just ponder for a moment for yourself. What is this example that He gives? What a strange example. And before He gives it, He says, فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ. Then listen to it very carefully. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ تَدْعُونَ مِن. No doubt those that you call on, any besides Allah. Any that you call on besides Allah. There's no doubt about it. They are never going to create a single fly. They're not going to create a single fly. And the question might arise, why do I care if they create a fly or not? And who is it that people are calling besides Allah? Look at the entire variety that's before us. You have people that worship idols, like the mushrikun of Makkah. They call idols, or the gods that they represent through those idols, besides Allah. There are those who consider Allah Azza wa Jal having daughters as angels, or sons as Isa alayhi salam, ma'adallah. And they call on them, besides Allah. There are those who believed in saints, or sanctified people. They said, we're too ashamed to call on Allah ourselves. But these people that worship God so much and are so close to God, if we just get on their good books, they'll put in a good word for us before Allah. Shufa'a'una 'inda Allah. They're going to just make a case for us with Allah because we're too dirty to make a case before Allah for ourselves. Then there are those, if you fast forward humanity to our time, there are those who don't worship anything. Actually, they still do. They worship science. I've seen scientists talk about the marvel of the universe as though they're in awe of it like a god. They're in worship of this form of knowledge. And all must submit to this ideology, this idea. Old times, people used to worship physical, material statues, or tangible names and tangible people other than Allah. But in our times, there are isms that are worshipped. Whether it's materialism, or it's agnosticism, or it's some other kind of ism. People are completely sold into an idea and they rely on that concept other than relying on on Allah Himself. And their entire view of the world is shaped by this ism, just like an idol. An idol that is going to take care of everything. Well, now today, there are these ideas that are going to take care of all of our problems. We don't need God in the equation anymore. This is still relevant, this statement. Those that you call on, any besides Allah, they still can't create a single fly. They can't create a single fly. وَلَوْ اجْتَمَعُوا لَهُ. And they all gather together, all of your different gods of all of your different religions, and all of your different ideas, and isms, and all of your different philosophies and worldviews. Even if the best of those minds came together to produce out of nothing a single fly, وَلَوْ اجْتَمَعُوا لَهُ, they wouldn't be able to do it.